Hey there, and welcome back to Rogue of the Week. So, I'm very hyped about this week's deck because it is the first deck that I wanted to play when I was starting this game. It is the deck that I bought the cards for um, back then, so that was in 2018. Um, it is a deck that was always there, like somewhat, but it was never really all that crazy. Now, with a new release, the deck actually got some very nice plays. And it is definitely a rogue deck that you have to consider. And the deck I'm talking about is ABC. Alright, so jumping into the deck profile right here, I'm playing a 50 card list. It is definitely possible to play this deck with 40 cards, or if you would just cut the adventure engine out right here, you can play the exact same list without the adventures, and it would be a 41 list. I just like playing them because, first off, it is just very, very nice to just summon out an Omni Negate. Um, it is quite nice that you have a discard effect in it, so you can get rid of some of the pieces that you drawn, and you cannot really make anything with that. And it is just a very very nice engine to play. So with the deck itself, we're starting off with 3B Buster Drake. This is the best one because it searches the others. So we're maxing out on Buster Drake. We play 2A and 2C. I think that is correct. Playing free a lot of times gives you hands with too much of the pieces, and you honestly only ever want to see one with field spell or the reactivation or any way to get to the field spell. So I think 2, 2, and 3 is correct. The next card I'm playing at 2 is Union Driver. I don't like playing this card at 2 because I will never want to see it. But the big problem is if you draw Union Driver and you only have one in your deck, suddenly your hanger does not become a one card combo anymore. So we are playing 2 Union Driver, and if you have to go into some kind of grind game, it is just nice to have another Union Driver available. Then we play, of course, the new Therion King. This card is just so amazing because it gives you another Omni Negate on the field that you can just summon by equipping a machine monster from your grave. So you can just summon this guy by equipping one of your pieces, and then you have another Omni Negate on board. Then we are playing the full adventure engine. In this deck, since I want to go first, I don't think Illegal Knight is all that good of a card. But you can definitely play it if you want to. Then we play 3 hangers. This is the heart and soul of the deck. And you always want to have access to hanger because it opens up all of your plays. Then we play 3 reactivation. This is not as good as hanger, but if you have a piece already in hand, it pretty much does the same thing. I then play 2 souls with the 1 magician of chaos. I think this engine in the deck is just very, very nice. Not only because you can send away your Therion field spell, you can send away your Union Hanger, but you can also send away some of the equipped pieces. So this card a lot of times just draws 2, which is pretty nice. It is another special summon on the board, which can help you. Overall, it's just a good card to have in the deck. Then we play 3 of the Therion field spell. We play 1 Jet Synchron. This is our Hulk target. We then play 1 Tune Gear. This card you can summon or you can equip with the Union Driver, and it makes the monster it is equipped to a tuner, or you can just tag it out to go into your Hulk lines because it is a tuner himself. Then we play 1 Foolish, 1 Cold by the Grave. Yeah, Foolish is just nice to send one of the pieces if you need them. And Cold by the Grave is just Cold by the Grave. For going second cards, we play 3 Nip, 3 Ash, and 3 Droplet. You can definitely change those cards around however you like. I just really think that Nibiru becomes more and more of a good card, especially if you don't know what your opponents are playing. Nibiru hits a lot of decks. Ash pretty much the same. Ash hits every deck, and Droplet is just a very, very good going second card. And it is also particularly good in this deck because you can discard cards like your pieces, you can discard the Water Enchantress. So Droplet is just a very good card. Prosperity, because we can definitely banish 6 cards from our extra deck, and we just want to dig into our deck to find the hangers that we need. Another 1 copy of Scythe because we can make the Scythe lock going first. For the extra deck, we play 3 of the Dragon Buster. Yeah, I definitely think you should max out on this card because you want to summon him as much as you can. I actually also play the Emerald to be able to shuffle back the Dragon Busters if I really, really need it. Because one very nice thing about the ABCs in general is that they have a phenomenal grind game, so they can pretty much grind forever. And even if it's just a getting back one of the pieces, or even just an A, and do this infinite times if your opponent has not the means to summon any more monsters until you have everything you need to keep on going. Then I play 1 Link Kuribo. This is for the Jet Synchron. I play the 1 Hulk, the 1 Doctor, the 1 Platinum Gadget. This is just a nice card to go into. This card lets you just normal summon another level 4 machine monster. So you can go into this and then normal summon another piece from your hand. And it only needs 2 machine monsters. Then we play the 1 IP and the 1 Unicorn. You can sometimes make this going first if you have the hand for it, or if the matchup you're playing against, it is very good to have the Unicorn. 1 access code talker to close out games, because in this deck what's really, really nice is if you link away your pieces, you go for an access code talker, you can then summon the Dragon Buster, and that is game. The 1 Appalooser, this is good going first, but it also is a nice target to summon with the IP, because not only will you have 2 additional negates, it's also pretty nice because it is cannot be destroyed because of the IP. I then play 1 Underworld Goddess. This is just a very, very strong card in the deck, since you always want to tag out the Dragon Buster during your opponent's turn. So you going into your turn, you have the 3 pieces on the board, so you just need 1 more monster to just link away something that is problematic, and then you just have the Underworld Goddess, which in itself is a pretty good card because it turns down all the monsters on your opponent's field. We then play the 1 Baron. So Baron is just good because you can make it after you used the Wonder Magician to pop Scythe to go with Wonder Magician and Scythe into a Baron. So Baron is always a good card if you go for this line of play. You can also make it by normal summoning Ash and linking away the Griffin Rider, so you can do something with the token. And then the 1 Wonder Magician that you need for Hulk. What can you change about the deck? Like I said, you can just put out the adventure engine and play it like that. That is also very good. The souls are not needed in the deck, so you can also cut out the souls. If you want to go for a more budget version, definitely cut out the souls and play more hand traps, cut out the adventure engine, and just leave the deck as it is. I think prosperity is kind of needed in the deck, since you always want to dig for the hangers or the reactivations, because your pieces and all of your plays become so much stronger, and hanger is your main combo starter, so you want to be able to search the card as often as you can. And then the king, if you play a 40 card list, especially with the free field spells, you definitely can go ahead and just play 2 kings, but I would recommend you playing 3, because you always want to have that 3 on the negate on the board. Yeah. Like in the last deck profile, I will not give a side deck, because a side deck is always very personal about what you want to play. I think just the one last thing that I want to talk about is what you can do if you don't really like to play the regulars, or if you don't have the means to buy the prosperities or the droplets. So what are very easy replacements? You can always replace droplet with some more hand traps. You can definitely If you play a 40 card variant without the king, you can just max out on your pieces, maybe play something like Pot of Desires, because as long as you have access to 3 of the pieces, you can recycle through your Dragon Busters. You can cut out all of this engine and then just go for a heavy going second, or for heavy going second cards or more hand traps, because the deck is definitely capable of that. But what I have to say, if you don't play any of those, what you will run into is, if you don't have hanger, or if you have too many pieces, the hanger gets stopped or anything like that, you will not be able to get into your place so easily. So play cards like Galaxy Soldier. What I also like to play and what I tried out in the deck are these Symphonic Warriors, because they will also give you a machine monster extender and also give you another normal summon, so you can consider that. But for me, I think that is one very, very viable build, how you can play ABC and actually play in today's metagame. But with that, we're going to end this video right here. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did, and have a good one.